Hello everyone, and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars. Excuse me. Week 16, day 1. It is a purple day. And yeah, we'll probably just be running something with Scion first slot. Was going to try a little bit of a gem spawn as well. Maybe try the Infernus thing again, see if we can kind of get the Elmagrim Infernus working. Because I believe that's what we did last week, I think? I don't even remember. I know we ended up doing some really weird one for the last one, like Scion Triple Spirit Fox or something. But yeah, we're going to go with this, see if we can get gem spawning going. That's not the team. Purple is the team. No, that's not it. I need to switch that. That needs to not be that team, or else I might accidentally use that again. Scion, Kraken, Elmagrim, Infernus. We're going to try this out. That or I might just go back to the default with Amnesia and all that. We do not have a summoner on this team, which is the biggest fault it will have. He also has Sylvanie Moore, which is kind of interesting, because he can entangle our Scion, and then that would not be good. So he does not have a mana drain, though, other than Mana Core, which I guess he kind of has, because Dragon Soul will fill it up easily. Oh, wait, never mind, and he has Scion, duh. Oh, and he just has a Scion first slot. That's kind of mana drain, just maybe. Just maybe. Okay, anyways. We're going to throw this down, see what we can do, and go from there. It is a purple day, right? Yep, it is indeed. So, and we go. Hello, Henny. Hello, Justin. Hello, Maximuse. Hello, Strawn. Hello, JZG. Hello, Henny. Hello, I'm just repeating them now. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Oh, did he try messaging me on the forum? Wait, how recent was it? Wait, when did you message me? I didn't see a message from you. ODX did a little while back. Let's see. I didn't get a JZG message recently. I have many messages, but not from JZG. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see any there. Where was it sent to? Hello, Shadow. Hello, Amanda. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay. We do not have a drop. And if I do anything other than this skull, he's just going to take the skull, and then that's bad. So we'll just have to take it ourselves. The burn is chipping them down slowly. He does have Scion up now, which I can't really do anything to immediately. I can double drop this. This will just bring it all the way to the bottom, though. Oh, perfect. Well, that works out. Thank you, AI. Good job, good job. Oh, wait, we're entangled. Good job, good job. Oh, I didn't notice. I didn't notice. He got an extra turn somewheres. Fail. I was gonna drain him, and then nope. Nope, nope, nope. Well, that was a fail. But we have a Scion up now, as long as he doesn't randomly get a skull, which is always dangerous. I might just have to throw it down now out of just to be safe, to ensure that he doesn't actually get anything there. And there we go. Okay. You got 7,400 exactly? What team did you use? You might try something different for once. Okay, he drains on nothing. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like my purple and red days do lack a little bit, as far as the teams I generally run. This one goes too slow if it doesn't get a really nice start. But the other team I use ends up going pretty similarly as well. Okay, but like here is where we like really start going pretty decently, assuming it can actually get going like that. Because then we end up getting mana on everything. We just keep casting everything out. Like reaching that point is pretty hard, particularly if they have mass mana drain. And if we keep missing, that's also bad. Okay, there's a skull just sitting there. Not even sure if I'm gonna go for it. We don't get any other value out of it, plus we give him a purple, plus we're entangled, so we'll just throw that down. He'll take the skull, we'll take the purple, and that is pretty much match. Any singular cast will be enough to kill. I guess we'll just take a red and then go for the Elmagrim. So if the Elmagrim doesn't get up early, he just slows down the entire team. There we go, and that's match. We'll just throw that down for the win. You use Scion, the Dragon Soul, Cabarrus, and Amnesia. Interesting. So you use the Dragon Soul route then, for the mana generation. I have done that in the past, but then I kind of stopped using it because I didn't feel like it was getting enough mana. But then again, this is kind of doing the exact same issue. What's the Cabarrus for? Just for the chance of devouring? Because I generally just drop Cabarrus from all my teams now. Or is it just for a backup summoner in case Amnesia goes? Yeah, I might just stick with this for now. Scion first slot's definitely mandatory. There's no way you could ever really switch that out with what kind of teams get used these days. I almost feel like going double red as my banner and just rush up Elmagrim, or like a red-brown or something. The only problem with that is everything obviously uses purple, but no, I am going to go for that. Let's go brown-red. I might regret this, but I do want to see how this will change up the team. Oops, I'm trying to do that to change my banner. Great. Oh, I'm out of it today. There we go. Let's go with this then, and try rushing up the Elmagrim and see if that changes things slightly. Of course, depending on the mana drain that you're using, that might not be an available option, but we'll definitely see what happens. So, purple right off the bat, of course. We still have a +1 on him, though, so he can still 5 times into a 4 times for full mana. That's perfectly fine. Where to move? I guess we just keep taking brown and red. Oh, I didn't even see that. There we go. I almost did not take that move. Let's see. Which way do we take it? Do we move it over or do we move it up? It does make slightly different. Let's do that one. That aligns the blue a bit more in case we need it. It'll also make him start taking it so we can mana drain it off of him. And then we'll just take the brown, which will get us a nice Elmagrim. They all stayed burned perfectly. So only 8 on the board though. I'm still gonna go for it. Didn't get much out of it. Oh, and he got a freeze on us. We're using a loop team and we're frozen. That's never good. I guess we try for red surge, brown surge. Red surge into brown extra turn could be a possibility. Then we can throw a Kraken or something. There we go. He took purple again though. And we are frozen on purple and blue. Oh, really? Oh, that's unfortunate. How do we go about this then? I guess we Scion to pass our turn. Really, 1 HP? Still frozen. It's unfortunate. Both the colors we need not be frozen, and we're frozen on both of them. And that should be match. There we go. Oh yeah, this should be fine. I think the brown-red banner might actually help us a bit more, because Elmagrim kept getting, like, blocked by all the manas. So going to rush for brown-red might be fine. The biggest issue will be, like, famine and stuff like that. We're surprisingly not going up against any of them, though. We're nice to see some different teams for once. For some reason, they seem to love Sylvanie Mora, I guess to counter out Scion. It's the only reason I could really think of. Though Sylvanie Mora with Gloomleaf is a really, really odd combo. I can't think of a single instance where you would ever bother using both of those together. But let's go. Score is also really, really tight, too. There's a 2-battle difference, and they have 4,000 more points than us. We're almost top 10. Actually, me doing this battle, I mean top 10. We're always going to be top 10, or should be, other than that 1 week. But we should always be top 6 is what I meant to say. Or should try to be. That is the goal. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. And our battle will push that over. Of course, they probably have more battles, though, that they'll be able to do. Yeah, as long as we get top 6, we do end up profiting a really decent amount from Guild Wars. Anything less than that, not so much, with maxing out all the Sentinels. We gotta at least make top 6. We used to make top 3 a lot, but then that kind of started not happening. Everyone's starting to get really, really high up there in points, particularly since the new format shifted over. Anyways, next battle, let's see what we can do. You don't have Ellie or Infernus? Oh yeah, that well, that would still work what you're using then, without that. You don't have to use that combo, it's just what I have been using for the couple last times as of recently. But there's plenty of other options that work on purple days. Okay. Generally Spirit Fox spam would be pretty good too. Not as much as I did the other time, but like 2 Spirit Foxes with like some other assisting troops is actually pretty solid. How do we go about this? We're gonna lose Scion pretty quick. That's the only problem. And we don't have a summoner. Ooh. Could we extra turn blue or purple somehow? We get purple into double green. Nope, we didn't get it. Oh, that would have been great. Oh, good. He took... Oh, that's work. Okay. Well, that's works too, because we get to drain on. That's the main thing I wanted to try to get right there. And we got it. So that works out. Basically, just asking him what he used today. You need another purple team. Oh wait, for what? Not sure what that response was to. Hello, Thunderman. Welcome. Also, hello, Shadowcon. I think I said hi already, but welcome as well. Hello, Chris. Is Borealis good for anything? No, not really. Borealis is a pretty lackluster troop. The problem is it's not the best for doing anything. There's plenty of freezers that are better than a Borealis. There is basically Web Spinner in the game, which is essentially a Borealis that lasts forever since poison never cleanses, so it always has 3 times damage. And there just isn't really a particular use that Borealis excels at. It covers a unique combo of things, which is a freezer plus a triple skull damager. The only problem is there really isn't a single instance in the game where you would need that particular double combo. You would need either one or the other, and there are troops that do both the other 2 aspects better than what a Borealis does. Yeah, Queen Mab's really the only thing that's really decent in the drop table right now. Borealis is one of the weaker dragons. Not the absolute weakest dragon, but a lot of the dragons are actually above average, and he's kind of like below, which is very rare for one of the dragons that should be, particularly a legendary dragon. Yeah, I wouldn't really advise ever really using him. There isn't much of a purpose for him. Queen Mab fully traded is better in every instance, and any other instance you would use Web Spinner for the triple skull damage, because it applies it much easier than a Borealis. Plus, once you apply it, it stays there forever, whereas Freeze will cleanse naturally over time. I think I'll take this yellow-blue just so he doesn't take it. Oh wow, we actually got an Furnace. Normally, I did not get an Furnace up. He's normally just there as a burner. Yarrow could never mind, Yarrow. Yeah, no, Yarrow can't be used there, he's not purple. But yeah, Yarrow would serve a similar purpose, assuming we could actually use him. Okay, do we just throw Ellumagrim now? Or do we take the skull? I don't think we really need the skull at the moment. We have a triple burn, so... Oh wow, we actually missed. Luckily he doesn't use purple on anything. But he does gain a bunch of life from that, which is not good. Okay, well, now we're just down with the 1. And this match, what's our score there? This is our base value. 1431, I'm fine with that. What does that mean we end up scoring then? Let's just say 1,400 as our average points. 1,400 times 5. That means today we're going to score about a 7,000. That is a bit low. We'll see what it comes out to by the end of it. But that does mean we'll score around 7,000 for this particular battles. I don't know all of that. Queen Mab. Should I be afraid of the freeze? Probably. You know what? Let me go switch out the other team and go get a summon-related team. I'm a little bit afraid of those wisps plus the freeze. So let's go and switch this up. Obviously, we keep the Scion. We could keep this double Spirit Fox and replace out something else, but I don't think I'm going to bother with that. You know what? Let's go try the Dragon Soul builds again. It's something I kind of try not to do anymore because I felt like it wasn't really working, but let's go try Dragon Soul again. What do we do for our summon? I really don't want to have to use Amnesia for a double up, but he doesn't have Famine or anything, so I guess we could get away with Amnesia. And what would we need for our damage source then? So we need to cover brown and green. Oh no, the only problem with this though is I kind of want to not use yellow. What's a summon that could work here for purple? That's not Amnesia. I know there's very few on Purple Day because many of them cover the exact same colors of important troops, but let's go check real quick. Oh, Baba Yaga. Oh, I haven't really used her much. Might as well get her in. She actually works perfectly for the color I need. And now we need a purple-brown that isn't horrible. Could use Drake Rider, actually, because we're not using yellow. Perfect, there we go. And that will be our team then. A Scion, a Dragon Soul, a Drake Rider, and a Baba Yaga. Sure, let's roll with that. That sounds fine. Actually, let me put Drake Rider in last slot. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Put Drake Rider in last, and then feed the red up to there. Actually, we could probably put Baba Yaga there, but I do want him a little bit more upwards so we can actually gain the mana. So yeah, let's roll with this. We have our mana drain, we have a mana generator, we have our summoner plus a disable with the silence, and we have a converter that converts out our yellow and then makes them into red for our Dragon Soul. Not to mention he's also a pretty decent back tank since he's never going to die. So if they're using a Kraken or something, he's pretty tanky. So yeah, let's go with this and see what happens. Scion, Dragon Soul, Baba Yaga, and a Drake Rider, and basically just rush right into the Dragon Soul / Scion. I really want to put Dragon Soul in first slot, but then of course, what's the point of using Scion then? Because the first slot's about the only place where it really gets utilized fully. Scion is a little bit worse against the Wisps, mainly because if you can't get up immediately, they have such a low mana pool that hitting them with skulls doesn't really give you much value. Did he see the team suggestion after Guild Wars? No, I didn't end up seeing it. What did he say? After Guild Wars, try the team Kraken, Kraken, Forest Troll, and Kraken. Sure, I can go do that. I think we already did that once during one of the streams, but we can try it again. I don't think it ended up working as well as the other option. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. Yeah, never mind. That is the option that works. I think it was KrissTigger's that it didn't work as well with. But yeah, triple Kraken with a Forest Troll is pretty annoying. People use it on defend team. It also can be used for invade team, though there are better synergies for invading, though. Some people use it on defend just because it's the AI can use it a bit better than some other teams that are out there. Okay, so we did get the Scion up in time, which normally I don't end up doing, but we were able to get it that time. That's fine. We'll go use Dragon Soul. This might actually be my new team, mainly because of Dragon Soul spam into Scion. And we have the double disable too, if we ever need to use it. I almost feel like using it now. Too bad the KrissTigger won't get hit by it. He's the main damage source on this team. Okay, well that was bad. What are you doing? Well, luckily we can go do that and get that disabled. I'm not too worried about the Queen Mab's actual ability. I am worried about that ability though. It will get a kill, but we'll just save Baba Yaga for that, since it will replace out the kill troop. And we'll just take our mana that we need, which is neither of them. So we'll move that over. And then we'll throw the Baba Yaga, and then boom, we have a tank. Unfortunately, it's not the same color as the one that died. We can't really use Drake Rider in first slot. That wouldn't really be too good. A Skull Poke, do we even bother with it? Yes, we do. Stop getting so much mana. Luckily, it's mana you don't even use, but still. Okay, that'll give us Dragon Soul so we can get back up again. We'll throw the Dragon Soul. He has another KrissTigger. Luckily, we got the extra turn off of that. We don't have any alignment on our thing, though. Oh yeah, this is triple to silence. I almost forgot about that. That's a lot of damage. I'm not going to be using it for that purpose, though, because there's a better target to kill. Oh, you know what? Can we double kill that? How much boost ratio do we have? Oh wait, never mind. It doesn't even matter for boost ratios. That's already enough damage. Oh yeah, let's just double kill into the little thingy. Oh, maybe I should have done it. No, never mind. Yeah, there was a safety sake I could have done. And oh no, it did unsilence. No, I can't kill it now. It's 1 damage short. That 10% actually made it live a turn. That's amazing. What I was going to say is I should have just let the KrissTigger hit me so I could end a turn earlier. Not quite sure which one would give me more points. I think I still did the right move, though, overall. Oh, plus we got an extra turn. Sweet, so we'll just Dragon Soul again. I guess that works fine. But yeah, I should have actually... Well, no, I guess it would work fine either way. Because if I didn't do what I did, he would have thrown KrissTigger at me, which could have led to a lot of things. But if I would have thrown that there and then casted, that would have ensured that we got in 2 turns, assuming KrissTigger didn't go crazy. Okay, so let's go do our final battle. What do we have? We have Sneezy, Crimson Bat, Amira, King Highforge, and Def. Nice to see some new teams for once. That is pretty devastating of a team that I do have to be careful around. Crimson Bat Def combo, of course, is a really strong combo, because that basically ensures he constantly does 2 times skull damage. So that's 72 per skull. He will 2-shot our Scion. He has a Mira, which is going to be annoying against blue troops, though it's a little bit odd that he's using it today, because Scion's the only... Well, it's a purple day. It's not blue day. So that's slightly odd. Highforge, I don't think it will be too big a deal. Mainly his summon is what's going to be annoying, and Def, of course, the main thing that's going to be annoying is his actual aspect of Def, which will keep making Crimson Bat amazing. So the game plan will likely just be to rush down Crimson Bat. I'm not really worried about Def's cast since we have Baba Yaga. That will just be able to disable it. Same as Highforge in a way. So, yep, let's just get into it, see what happens. And go from there. Hello, Nautical, welcome. Also, hello. Oh, never mind. Yeah, you said hello twice. Hello, Crazy Border as well, welcome. You used Moloch quite a bit in early game. Moloch can work. He's not one of the best mana drainers. He's most notably used within the context of Guild Wars. In actual PvP, there are better options normally than him. But of course, if you're early on in the game, you might not have those better options. Yeah, he's definitely good to have. Just he's not really specifically used for PvP for that long. He got a random extra turn, into another random extra turn, into a skull. Well, that's quite unfortunate. And he's going to get a Highforge because he just got so much mana and I can't keep up with it yet. So he'll get the double stun. Neither of those have good traits though, so I really don't care that he stunned either of those two. Neither of their traits actually come into play. The only traits that really come into play on our team are the Dragon Soul traits and especially the Scion traits. Scion traits is essentially our whole team. So we'll throw that down to get a little bit of mana. Perfect. Very nice. So we get to counter excessive mana right there. We can double extra turn here. I think I'll kind of have to, mainly because he'll take it if I don't. So we'll do that, and then throw the Scion. I wanted to get down just to make sure he doesn't cast anything, then just Dragon Soul. And there we go, we got our silence, we got pretty much everything we need now to function, other than the fact that we just died. But, oh well. For safety's sake, I think I do take the Skull right here, mainly so he can't do anything. And then keep looking out for a alignment or anything that we can do with that. In the meantime, though, let's go do the double silence, and we'll get our tank back up. We'll hold that until we actually need it. We have no way to directly fill Dragon Soul. I almost just want to throw the other cast. It doesn't have any alignment yet. Oh, well, now it has a little bit of alignment. Ah, if that was a yellow instead of a red, could have gotten it. We'll just throw Dragon Soul and get ourselves a new board. Maybe we'll get alignment then. Do we have it? No. We have one single pair, which I guess wouldn't hurt as long as we don't give him an extra turn. Let's go Silence, though. Let's kill out Death. So this will kill Death. And let's see, did we take the blue? Yeah, we'll take the blue. Oh, there we go, finally. Finally. Okay, so we just won then. Because we can just do this. Oh! No, we can't. Oh, wait. No. Fail. I just failed. I forgot I had Stealthy. I was going to hit that, kill both of those, then Falcon that. I forgot about the Stealthy, though. Also, that wasn't enough damage. That's another factor. So we'll go and Dragon Soul. So that plan actually wouldn't have worked in the first place, but oh well. Let's just go kill it with whatever. Doesn't even matter. Anything we do will kill it, and down it goes. Okay. Well, that battle could have gotten a little bit better. I think we got a little bit less points than what we really could have gotten. What was our final score? I think we're actually under 7,000. So that actually went a little bad then. We're under 7,000. Oh no, we're 7,149. Still a little bit below average, but I'm still fine with it. Anyways, there we go. That's Guild Wars for today. Dumb newbie question. You're around rank 90. You just pulled a Moloch. Is he worth putting resources into at your level? You'd also take an answer from fellow watchers. Moloch is okay. I wouldn't really invest into him too heavily early on in the game. He's something you use in Guild Wars, but early on in the game you don't really need to worry about being competitive in Guild Wars at all. It's just something you kind of just casually do every single week. But yeah, Moloch is okay. You'd be better off using something like a Cockatrice or something early on in the game, because Moloch doesn't really give you excessive value when it's low level with very little magic and all that. Also, earlier in the game, you're going to be facing lower mana costs, and Moloch is generally good against really large mana cost enemies. Things that are like 15 or higher mana costs are the main things that you use Moloch against, which is why it's used so much in Guild Wars, because later in the game, almost everything is running similar kind of mana costs. Let's see. Have I ever tried the Troll 2x Keeper of Soul with a Stargazer team? Wait. Have I tried the Troll 2x Keeper of Souls with a Stargazer? Which Troll would you use with that? Dark Troll? Or Rock Troll? Like, I don't know exactly what you would really do with that. You would have to get lucky on the board and hope the Troll would land. That or Stargazer, but yeah, that could do a little bit of damage. Then just throw a double Keeper, and then basically kill out the entire enemy team. We could try it real quick. Which Troll do you use it with then? Rock Troll? Because that is a stun, I would assume. So we can go try it real quick. Let's see. The Troll that does purple. Okay, well, Dark Troll then. Oops, if I can type. Dark Troll. You wouldn't really need to get your Stargazer back up again. The first cast would be the only cast you would need of your Stargazer. Also, do keep in mind that the death mark on Dark Troll, if you keep doing skulls every turn, which is what we're going to be doing, it's essentially like he doesn't even have that trait, because he's, if you keep, there's a 1-turn delay on death mark, so if you keep applying the stats effect, it will not really work. So let's go, if I can type, gosh, Keeper. I did 3 E's. 3 E Keeper. The Keeper. The Keeper of Souls. Okay, anyways, banner. Probably just a brown-red to make sure we rush up the Troll, because he's going to need a multi-cast if the first one doesn't land, which is quite possible depending on what the board layout is like. And where are you, brown-red? There we are, brown-red. And let's roll this into PvP. See how it goes. Oh, it's Purple Guild War. Ah, I see. I didn't notice that. Yeah, it is Purple Guild War. Interesting. Really interesting. It has a double summoner too, so that's a pretty good chance that you would end up getting it. They both have a 50% roll. Okay, that makes a bit more sense then. Ooh, oh, if that blue wasn't there, we could just Stargazer that for an extra turn. Still gonna throw it, obviously. Need to get it down. Do need to make sure he doesn't take any skulls, though. All the purple on the board I'm deliberately not going to take. I need to make sure I get his mana up first. Unfortunately, that wasn't a surge, and we're in a kind of bad position now because of that. Because we'll take a purple and hope for a brown. Didn't get it. Yeah, pretty bad position now. I basically have to take a skull. I don't really have a choice. Because he'll Scion us, or skull Scion us. Come on, Deathmark, you got this. I can't take that brown now because it's being skull blocked. Oh, but so is the yellow. Ah, that's bad. I have to deliberately take the yellow that we don't use because he's going to drain. Oh, wait, could I have taken the blue there? Oh, no, that would also give him a skull off the bottom. Wow, everything I would have done there would have given him a skull. So he has Scion now, so I'm deliberately not going to take my mana. Or then again, is that my only move I can even do? Well, that's bad. Yep, there is my only move, so he'll throw that down. And yeah. This was the main thing I was fearing with using him. Oh, there we go. So if we can get it going now, we should be good. So, do we keep the purple on the board? I say yes, because we can do something like this. And now we just need a little bit more mana. Yeah, we do probably need to keep the purple on the board every single time, just so we can get it off the cascades and stuff. Also, in case we need another Dark Troll. I've generally been staying away from Skull Spam within the context of Guild Wars, mainly because of the new damage thing that they added. The enemy now gains, or you basically lose points the more damage the enemy does to you. And if you're using Skull Spam, you're basically giving the enemy a skull every single time. And without something like a Gorgolfa up front or something, which obviously can't be used on this kind of day, you're going to be taking a lot of extra damage that you don't actually need to take. Also, Stargazer probably would have been a bit better to do there. Speaking of that, let me go throw it now, since we have the opening right there. And there we go, that should be matched. But yeah, it works decently. I'm not quite sure what it scores. What were you end up scoring with it when you were using it? But yeah, it works pretty nice. I'm just always afraid to use Skull Spam in it because you're going to be losing points from it. I'm just not really sure how many points you really lose from taking additional damage. Plus Christine X's and stuff make me lose points anyways. So maybe this could actually end up being decent. Yeah, it works. Definitely works. Pretty interesting. Hello, Gwalka. Welcome. Also, hello, Simple. Welcome as well. What was the other team? I think Maximuse was asking me to use something. Oh, you rolled with Hellcat, Sakima, Elma Grimm, and Queen Aurora. Sounds pretty decent, especially if you have all that traded. Today, and finish 7,413. Really nice for the day with one troop lost in the third battle. Oh, that ended up scoring pretty decent then. So what was the game plan then? You basically got Hellcat up, put into Sakima. Sakima fed you yellow. Yellow feeds Queen Aurora. Queen Aurora feeds your purples. And then you go from there, and then that gives you barrier and life. Interesting. Oh, the barriers probably help too, since you don't take as much damage. Because I don't believe the hits on barrier count as you receiving damage, even though it shows a damage value. I'm not fully sure on that yet. But given that you got a higher points, I would assume that is the case. That if you barrier your troops, the damage they take does not actually count as a negative damage towards the score that it counts. Let's see. Low 7k today, 5-0, but once again, Rock Troll over Dark Troll. Wait, you use Rock Troll? Yeah. Wait, Rock Troll or Dark Troll? I thought you said Dark Troll earlier, but I did end up thinking that Rock Troll would be better. Let's see. Elma Grimm limits skull damage as well. Yeah, that's why I normally use an Elma Grimm on all of my purple days. I generally don't run without it. The fact that it has Impervious plus it has an attack reduction is just too valuable of a troop. It's really nice. They did nerf it slightly. I don't know if console got the nerf yet, but I know on PC Mobile it's been nerfed to 3 instead of 4. Even at 3, it's still pretty ridiculous. Also, hello, Quokka, and who was the other one? Someone just said hi. Hi there. Oh, no, never mind, it was you. I thought there was another one. Anyways. But yeah, if there's anything you guys want me to go over, just let me know. Let me see. What was the one that Maximuse said? I think it was the Forest Troll with triple Kraken. Oh, never mind. You just posted it. Yeah, no. Of course, don't use it against Queen Mab, though. Are we up against Queen Mab right now? I didn't even see. But yeah, Forest Troll is just so insane. I will be doing the best teams video sometime, hopefully this week, because the next patch is around the corner. They've been making more hype for it recently, so it's probably closer than we might think. They already said console's likely getting it by the end of the month, so it's like really like here almost. Okay, so let's go and throw this down. Brown blew it. Get the Forest Troll, get the mana. He does not have a, what's this called? He does not have a Queen map, so we don't need to worry about freeze. Hello, ODX! Welcome! You made it in time. Okay. So, we already did all the Guild Wars, though. So we'll move that over. Oh no! My Scion! I mean, my Kraken, due to a Scion. But yeah, the AI goes crazy with this team. Especially since it loves taking all the extra turns, and this team actually benefits from taking all the extra turns, which is something you don't normally do with a team. Particularly a gem spawning team. Okay, we didn't get full mana though off of it, but we'll move that over. Too bad this can't be used within Guild Wars. We'll just throw that down because we don't really have a choice. And what else do we really need to move around? I think taking blues might actually be better than trying to... Like, blue and brown might be better than trying to take Kraken's manas, since we'd have a lot of potential with the doubling. No, he killed one! How could he do such a thing? Also, a revived Dragon Soul is destroying us right now. Okay, there we go. And then we can just double Kraken. Let's see, will he revive again? Yep. Oh, but we got him with the Devour. Double revive, but yeah. Kraken interaction is so insane. It's one of the additional reasons why he's one of the top 10 best troops in the game right now. Oh, he was another one that wasn't mentioned in that other video earlier. I don't think Kraken ended up making it on it. Mainly because it only got ultra overpowered this patch, which is why I think it wasn't on the list yet. Because in the past it was kind of above average, but it wasn't like excessively above average. Now Kraken's like arguably the best troop in the game with how it interacts with things. Because it can triple kill the enemy. It can double kill the last 2 slots and then devour the second slot all in one turn. It is a lot of damage potential. It's also, I would say, the best devouring troop in the game right now, other than maybe the Great Maul, because it just gets so many more casts than all the other ones. Because Cabarrus has no board control. It has the highest, well, not counting Great Maul because it can only cast once. It has the highest devour chance of any devouring troop that can manipulate the board, which is one of the other reasons why it's so strong as well. Where do we move? Okay, well, we really have no option right now. It's going to be a very slow start. It's going to happen sometimes, though. I wish I could Skull Distract him now. Would be great. The only problem is I need to take the brown here. Nope, didn't get it. No! Okay. Well, this is a really bad situation, actually. I basically have to take the Skull unless I want him to be drained. If I get him drained, it just makes him one step closer to getting Scion up again. Which, of course, we want to try to avoid. And we have, like, no attack either because he keeps famining us. There we go. It doesn't matter if he drains that. Though there's only 6 green on the board, so it's very unlikely that we actually even get to do anything out of that. Nope, we just get a single pair, and that just gives him famine. Yeah, I don't really think you could be able to ever PvP with this. It works for defend, but it's way too clunky to ever use for PvP. You don't have any loop in there. Well, you kind of do, but you don't have any way to really get started against mass mana drain and stuff. It has too high of initial mana cost. And then you just have to hope that you keep getting Krakens every time, like right now. And there's no blue on the board. You need the, like, Forest Troll thing in there to replenish the blues. That was the whole reason why you kind of used the Forest Troll, Sea Troll. Not even for the loop, just to make sure that you have the blues so that your Kraken can actually land the extra turns. Where do we move? Well, let's take brown because he's about to create more. So us taking brown will reduce the chance that he'll get an extra turn, even though he still gets an extra turn. At least it reduced the chance. There we go. We got our Forest Troll then. We'll throw that down. Still can easily win. Where do we move? We'll go take the green over and just throw a Kraken on it. Ah, we didn't devour. Come on. If we kill Famine, we just essentially just won the battle because there's no chance he'll have a follow-up. So we'll go do that. Hit that down. Throw down the Kraken then. Well, too bad he didn't die to that. That would have been a double kill. And we'll just throw that down. And there we go. Kraken Devour kill. Hello, Solo Boss. Welcome. 4 times Wisp I'm not gonna run 4 times Wisp. We did that like an insane amount of time. Okay, I'll run it. Why? Why am I doing this? 4 times Wisp. Oh gosh. I don't know if I can actually run 4 times Wisp against that team. We'll go try it real quick. Generally, if you're doing a fun Wisp team, you gotta at least put 1 other troop on it. But yeah, we'll go 4 times Wisp. Why not? This is gonna be awful. It does kind of work. Generally, double Wisp is the most you can ever viably use on a realistic team. But sure, we'll go 4 times Wisp. Really, almost any troop other than maybe KrissTigger, or even KrissTigger. 2 is about the most you can ever put of any troop before the team starts to become unrealistic compared to other options. Also, wow, 1 pair and we just filled up every troop on our team. That you don't normally see. Oh, wow. I forgot how much mana that actually is. We're gaining a plus, let's see, 1, 2, 6. We're gaining 6 additional purple per thing. If we just take a purple off the board, we automatically get a Wisp to full mana. Look at this. Even if it doesn't surge. Well, it did surge, but you can see the extra 3 went into it. Every single purple we take gives us a Wisp, even if it doesn't surge. Oh, I should have taken the red right there. Oh, never mind. Good thing I didn't take the red right there. That actually came into our favor. The fact that I didn't take it. Okay, well, this is working out pretty decently. The only problem is I have no way of hitting him now, which is bad. What do we move? I guess we take a red. There's no chance he can do anything with his ability, so it's just going to poke us. And we'll go move that over. He takes the red away from us again. Try for a red. We get it on a surge too, so we can throw it now. Okay, and now we reached a point where we can't do anything. So this is why you always put another troop when using mass Wisps, is once you've reached this point, you're pretty much useless. The only way you can win is from getting skulls at this point, because your ability can never damage them at this point in the game, once there's only 1 troop left. Or if there's 2 troops that are at different positions is also annoying, which can also happen. But yeah, the only reason we'd be using Wisp at this point is to be able to align skulls or to align additional purples. If there's no purple alignment. No, we needed that. Not only the skulls, but also the Wisp. Well, we'll go take that one. Now we have all of them. So let's go shuffle some, see if we get a skull. No. Any turns at all? Not really. Do it again. Now we do. We'll move that. And I'm not going to do it yet. I need to wait a little while until we can replenish the board a bit with some more mana, or with some more skulls. Well, and mana as well. I need like purples and stuff on the board. No, stop taking it. There we go. Skull. And 1 more will do it. So yeah, that's 4 times Wisps. I would never advise actually using it. 2 Wisps is about the most you can ever really use, realistically. But there we go. Oh, gosh. Yep, that's 4 Wisps. You had a battle last week with 10 Dragon Soul revives. Wow. Different ones or the same one? The most I've ever seen a single troop revive is 4 times. Queen Mab counter seems like a Lucky Corvash proc or Queen Mab on your team. Oh, I generally, for a Queen Mab counter, just run things that are explosion-based. Explosion-based teams are not that dependent on extra turns. Of course, they like when they get extra turns, but they do not depend on it. Basically, instead of using converting troops like Valkyrie or like the trolls that double all the gems, you just use exploders instead, like Urgolfa, Dragon Soul, stuff like that. I normally don't even bother countering it with immunity or stuff like that, or even stun. I don't even bother with it. I generally just run a high damaging explosion team. Generally something based around Dragon Soul, KrissTigger, maybe with a Urgolfa or something else. Generally because not a single one of those troops is fully dependent on an extra turn. They like getting them, but they can function without it. Like with exploders, you still get all of your mana without needing the extra turn. Because you just explode it. And there's even a chance that one of the things that occur from it will be a non-color. Like, for example, if you're using a Valkyrie and you're using a blue spawn team that has like 2 or 3 different blues on it, obviously if you're running up against a freeze, you're probably going to get frozen on one of those blues, making your Valkyrie useless. But with an exploding team, you can extra turn. You basically have the same chance of extra turning on every single color, unless you have a storm active. There's basically an equal chance that every single color will extra turn. So it makes it so even if you're using a team focused on, let's say, like red with an exploding team, you still have a high chance that you would extra turn on something that isn't red. Whereas if you were using a Hellcat to try to fill them up, you would obviously keep losing your turn. So yeah, if you're up against Queen Mab, using exploders instead of converters, or gem spawners in general, just always use exploders against them, is probably your best bet. Do be careful though, because Queen Mab, ironically, is also pretty good against exploders. Even though exploders are good against her freeze, her ability itself is somewhat good against them. What I mean about that is she'll do a lot of damage to them. It's why I generally use Dragon Soul against it, because Dragon Soul has Mana Shield, which is immune to her ability completely. But if you're using something like a Gurgultha or a Ragnagord, let's say, you're going to be feeding mana into all of your troops, and you're going to have a high mana on all of your troops. And of course, Mana Burn does, the more mana you have, the more damage she'll do. It's a really interesting combination. It's one of the reasons why she's actually pretty decent of a troop. But yeah, any other questions? Anyone has? Any other weird teams? 3 times with a peasant? Okay, I'm not going to do that. We were missing. Okay, I guess we'll do it one more time. Might as well. 3 Wisp with a peasant, I guess. Has to not be a Gurgultha team, though. Let me go wipe this real quick. Actually, yeah, let's just go wipe this real quick. I'll just use, like, some kind of standard 4 dragons. I still have this named 4 dragons. Oh, no! I, accidentally put Snow Leopard on this team. I did not mean to have her on this team. That is a mistake. I was doing that earlier just to get some gold, but I really do not need that extra bit of gold. It's not going to come into play that much. I'd rather just win a little bit quicker than have her there. Though at least the team perfectly functions, even with her there at least. I guess I don't need to worry about it too much. Okay, well, get rid of Browns. Start to turn there. Throw the Gurgultha. Get our poke. And there we go. Hey, we still get to use a Snow Leopard. We're not going to. She's pretty useless. Other than her Storm. The Icy Storm, which will help fill our KrissTigger and give us more extra turns off of blue. There we go. And we get our extra little bit of gold from it as well from using her. That went about normal speed, I guess. Okay, we'll go do it then. Can we take out one of the strongest teams in the game with triple Wisp and a Peasant? Let's make it happen. Peasants. Go. The only problem with this now is 1 purple has to surge now in order for us to get full mana. But let's see what happens. We can always get that 1 mana off of a Wisp. I mean, off of a peasant poke. Okay, so starting board. What do we have? What do we have? Take purple into yellow into red. Staircasing. Go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, actually, you get to do a lot of staircasing with a peasant as well, because you're going to have a lot of different instances where you'll be able to use it. Okay, so number 1 goes down. Number 2. Can we actually get alignment for something? We even have peasant, which will give us more chances of getting alignment. Yeah, we're still not getting it. Oh good, a 4 times is still 4 mana, even if it's not a surge, so at least that works too. We'll throw in another Wisp. There we go, we got alignment, though we can manually take it, which we will. And what else? I guess we just shuffle again and just see where the board is from there. Okay, so there is something that a peasant could do. There's another thing that a peasant could do. So we'll take that one. That was, well, we could just manually swipe that one. We don't actually need the peasant for that particular one. Like to turn that. And move that over. What else do we need to do? Move that over for the skull. Move that over. I can't believe how well this is working right now. And yeah, let's go poke it, I guess. There we go. The fact this is working this well is insane. Okay, we'll throw that down. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't always work this well though, because we haven't actually even used peasant yet. This is basically just a Wisp team going crazy lucky. Okay. Still, how is there so many turns that we can't really use a use a thingy for? Use a peasant. There hasn't been a single really good instance that we could have used them yet. Still not one. Okay, we'll throw that down. Now we'll get a kill. And now we just need to get ourselves a skull. Oh, yeah. Well, we basically didn't do peasant the entire time. I think we used them, like, what, once? There we go. That could have been manually swiped. We were just getting so many good locations that on the board just naturally that we didn't really need to use them. Because you can just sometimes swipe 3 pairs to do basically what he'll do, which is why I wasn't casting him as much. Because, of course, you'd want to go for the 3 pair to get more mana. But yeah, it actually won pretty easily. That was pretty sad. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't really be too consistent though, but that is a pretty funny team that actually is surprisingly viable. At least sometimes. You'd have to not be up against Stone Skin or Gorgolfa or anything that has skull resistance though. But yeah, that's pretty funny. Could a Dust Devil realign the troops so there's no gaps in between them? Yes. That used to be a strategy that used to be used with a couple troops back in the day. The reason it's not used anymore is because Dust Devil is really weak later in the game. Though the next kingdom that's being released in about 3 weeks or so, I think midway through September, the exact date that we currently know of is... what is the exact date? The exact date of the new kingdom, at least for PC, I'm not quite sure if mobile will have... for PC mobile, I'm not quite sure if console will have it at the time, is September 15th is the next kingdom. And the next kingdom has a lot of troops that realign, and many of which will be viable, unlike all the other options that are currently in the game. So really looking forward to that, because realigning troops so they can maybe like hit both of them with a Kraken or a Wisp or something else like that is going to be an actual strategy. It currently kind of is a strategy, but there's no particularly viable meta troops that get used with it constantly. All of them are too weak, and you're kind of going out of your way to build a team like that. But as soon as they switch it, it will be a lot different. So once they add troops that are actually viable, you would be able to do, like, let's say, like a Kraken with a whatever the new troop is, particularly since a lot of them are blue, or a Wisp with one of them, so they can realign them so that they can actually do their ability, which would be pretty good. You have an amazing day so far. You pulled Cabarrus, nice. Queen Mab, very nice. Borealis, average. Orion, way below average. Scion, really nice. And Sakima, also really nice. Nice. Are there any good Sakima teams? Maybe with Giant Spider? Oh yeah, there's plenty of good Sakima teams. Let's go make one real quick. Let's see. So let's go do what you said. Let's go do a Sakima Giant Spider team. So Sakima... well, we might as well go for the loop then if we're gonna do that. Green Seer, do you have Kraken? Green Seer, Giant Spider. Might as well go for Green Seer, Giant Spider loop. And then we just need one other viable troop, because I don't know if you have Inferno King or not. But we can go with this. Mercy we can't use because we're using Spider. Sakima, I guess we could just go for one really strong first slot then that will act as a partial tank. I'm leaning towards Gorgolfa, not quite sure if you have it though, like a fully traded Gorgolfa. Oops, Gurg. Gorg. No Kraken, no Inferno King. Do you have Gorgolfa? Because that would work. You need something to tank in this team. You can't use Green Seer or Giant Spider as your first slot. Some teams do run it, but this is a skull-oriented team, so you can't actually run one of them as first slot. But yeah, we can go with this and go for Sakima as our only damage source. Sometimes I put a second one with her. Let's see, no Gorgolfa either. Okay, so we are gonna have to go with a second damage source. We could always upgrade it with a Stargazer, I guess. The only problem with that is it takes away our blue. Yeah, that would be bad, because then Sakima needs the blue. Huh. Lava Elementor first slot? We could run with that. We're not getting any additional red though, are we? Yeah, I guess that could work. And just hope that we can get the burn easily. So yeah, we'll go with the budget Lava Elemental then, as our option. Because you definitely have that. You might not have the traits for it, but it is a brown-red week, so you can trade it very easily. It was one of the troops I said to trait, particularly if you're a newer player. I'm not quite sure where you are. You seem a little bit more towards mid-game, though. But yeah, he's the one of the most viable, cheap troops that has Stone Skin. He also has Pyromania, which means he'll do 2 times as much skull damage after you get the burn from his ability. He has pretty decent traits. Not the best out there, but for how low of a rarity he is a decently viable option. So I'm going to go with... Oh, I actually can't go with this banner. It's normally the banner that you actually run with Green Seer Giant Spider. Oh well, we'll just go with a yellow-purple then and just rush it up that way. And just see what we can do from there. So we'll go yellow-purple. Oh wait, no, never mind. We don't even need the purple. Because we get it off of our Giant Spider. You know what? Let me just go double green or something then. Double green or double blue. Because I can't go for the additional +1 since it minuses stuff we need. Oh, we're up against a freeze team. That's actually a really bad team to be up against with this team. Hopefully we'll still be able to get a nice enough starting board or whatever we might need. So we'll go and let him take that. And can we get going already? That'd be perfect. I really do not want to convert out yellow though. But I will if I have to. Yeah, I think we have to here. I don't see another option, so we will do that. As long as we can get Green Seer Giant Spider loop going, we're pretty much going to be good to go. We'll do that, do that. That gives us Sakima. We then throw to Sakima. Is that enough damage, though? 2-to-1 boost ratio based on all other allied magic. Oh, that's the only problem with putting Greenseer on the team. Greenseer actually has low magic. Giant Spider is pretty high, though. 2-to-1 based on all allied magic. Is that enough damage? 23, 12, 29. Let me calculate this out real quick. It's pretty important that we get this. Let me see. 23 plus 12 plus... What were you again? I think it was 29. 29 divided by 2. And that is 32 plus 20... Oh, that's way more than enough damage. I thought so. I just wanted to double check. There we go. Okay. So we'll get that down. One other thing that we can use this Lava Elemental Force for board control as well, which is kind of nice. Let me get rid of all these yellows that we don't really need. I need to get more blue on the board. There we go. Perfect. So now we can get rid of all the green just to go and feed our mana. And then we should be able to keep the alignment over there. And I know for sure we do not have enough damage for it to seep through. So we'll just go on that one. And then we just take basically any skull. Or just Lava Elemental it too. Can we have Lava Elemental drop a skull? Oh, or we could just do that. Never mind. I didn't see that he was alive too, so we'll leave him there. Move that down. Move that down. And... Oh, we can just get Sakima poke, can't we? Yeah, we can. Never mind. And there we go. Okay. So yeah, that's basically what you would end up doing. Something along that line would be okay. It's solely uses Sakima as your only damage source. There are a couple teams that you use where you essentially only have like one major damage source. But yeah, that's budget enough. The hardest thing, assuming you already have a Sakima, the hardest thing to get in this team is a Greenseer. Which is kind of needed because you need it for the Greenseer Giant Spider loop just so you can control the board like that. But yeah. Well, it won't always go that fast. That was a pretty good example of how it would go. But yeah, as long as you once you start getting control of the board with Greenseer Giant Spider, it pretty much wins itself because you get the explosion, the 3x3 of the Lava Elemental, which you use for even more board control, and then you just keep throwing Sakima as you need it, and of course Sakima's like 90% of your damage. But yeah, it's decent. Not one of the better teams out, or not one of the best teams out there, I should say. But it will definitely get you through a lot of the game. It can basically destroy everything. The main thing you'd want to watch out against is it would be really bad against things like Gorgolfa and stuff. Because, of course, it's almost completely skull-oriented. So anything that has resistance against skulls, which that team didn't, which is why it went a little bit better as well. But if they have resistance to skulls, like a bunch of Christine X's or Gorgolfa or anything like that, it will be harder to kill them with a team like that. I know, Sakima's a lot of fun to use. I have to say, out of the 3 converting troops, Forest Guardian, Inferno King, and Sakima, I do have to say Sakima is my personal favorite of the 3 as far as which one I see as the strongest. There are instances where the other 2 are better, though. Of course, Forest Guardian is mainly used with all beast teams. Inferno King is particularly good against enemies that have a lot of barrier. And Sakima is, in basically every other instance, the best choice because it has that concentrated single target damage, which you can do to wipe out a troop and then skull spam the following troop, which is, it's basically the only skull spammer in the game, other than Inferno King, which has a much lower chance of doing it, that can clear out a troop that's in your way and then skull spam the following one, which makes her one of the best skull spammers currently in the game. Hello, Bridget! You made it! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is there a good dwarf team with the Mystic and the Legendary Dwarf King? No. I would advise never using them together. There are good dwarf teams with the King Dwarf, the King Highforge, I believe his name is. You could even run triple Dwarven Gate with a King Highforge, and that's surprisingly actually viable, as weird as it may seem. But yeah, you'd mainly make some kind of Gate Highforge kind of team. I would not really advise using the Mythic. The Mythic Dwarf is pretty bad. I personally never use him ever. Gorgolfa in every single instance almost is better than him. He just has way too high of a mana cost, given that he has to be used in first slot. He's one of the few and only, actually really almost the only Mythic that has to be used in first line. The problem with this is with how high his mana cost is, he's blocking half the team. He could have an 18 mana cost and I think he still wouldn't be viable. But in his current state, he just has way ridiculously high of a mana cost compared to what he does. Not to mention, if he misses his gem spawn, he pretty much just lost you the game the second he misses, and that has to assume that you hit it basically every single time. I wish he did something else beyond everything he does. He stuns and burns all enemies, creates a bunch of red and brown, and then he gains a bunch of life. I know that's already a lot of things, but for how high of a mana cost he has, he really needs like one additional thing on top of all that to really make it viable. it's just way too much mana blockage. He sits in the front of your team forever. If you're up against a Scion, it's basically auto lose when you're using a Stone Hammer, and he's just overall just not really that good. Let's see. Anyone else have any other questions or things you want me to go over before we wrap up the stream? Just let me know, and we'll definitely make sure to do so. Let's see. Oh, you got the hull fix. Nice. Really nice. Let's see. Let's go Drake Rider spam. Really? Let's go fight the Chimeras team. What should we throw against it? You know what? Where's my green loop? Oh. Oh no, I got rid of it. I need to go make that team again. Why is my Inferno team, my Mercy team there? Okay, well, let's go roll it over this. Rename team to the that loop again. Oh wait, never mind. We have that loop saved. I'm almost sure we have that loop saved on the slot. Come on, where's that loop? I know we saved it. Did we not save it? I must have overwritten it when I did the video. Up, Guild Wars Blue, that loop. Oh, I saved the blue version of it. I didn't save the other version. Oh yeah, we need to do this next Blue Day. I don't think I actually did this during Guild Wars last time. We tried it in PvP after the fact. Oh, I just realized my green screen is not green screening. Hello, bed and stuff. Here we go. That's funny. How long has that been like that? I sometimes don't pull it far enough. Because I have like a little pathway that I go through here, and I need it pulled like to that amount in order to be able to get to it. And as you can see, if I forget to realign it, it does that after I let go of it, and it will leave like a little sliver, because I need it open about like this much to be able to actually walk through the little gap there. But then when I put it back, it leaves like a little gap up there, and I sometimes forget whenever I walk over there to put it back to normal. Let's see. Where do we move? There's really not a good option to move for Astral Spirit. If I could remove blue to get a brown, or I can remove brown to get a blue. Both of those colors are not really colors I want to get off the board. I'm just going to manually swipe them.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Okay, unfortunately that wasn't full mana. I also can't really do anything here to try to do that, because if I take that blue, he gets a lot of green, which of course we want to avoid. I might just get rid of purple or something. We'll do that. Get a little bit of our mana. Kind of hope. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold up. What are you doing? What was even there? I kind of forget. Because all we need is oh, it was a Kraken, wasn't it? I think it was no, it was Poison Master. He was there for explosion purposes. Well, I guess we didn't really need him. We already got what we need. We got Web Spinner going. Oh no, but we got a bad board now. No. Okay, I think we actually lost. That'd be sad using this in Guild Wars. Oh, also we don't have a summoner on this team, surprisingly. In case something like that does end up happening. We don't have like a backup plan. The whole premise of this team was assuming that something like that would never happen. And now we can't take purple to replenish our mana either. It was also for board clear. We needed Poison Master for board clear in case we ever got a really bad board that we couldn't do anything with. Yeah, I might run this on Blue Day purple. Not quite sure. If it runs like this, that's probably a bad idea, but we'll try it. It worked. This team was working pretty well earlier when we were messing around with it. I think it might be because he's using so much green. Might be why he's doing so good, because every time we miss, we're giving him so much value that he's winning off of that value. I kind of want to take that blue, but he just gets a mass amount of green, so we'll just get rid of the barrier. And still can't take that blue, but we can take that blue though. And then we'll go throw down the Web Spinner once we get the board cleared. Move that over, move that over. Anything else we need to move? Doesn't look like it. Oh, Astral Spirit though. We do have that. I don't think I'm going to throw it yet though. There we go, nice. Now would be an okay time to throw it. We can't actually poison this first slot, which is a bit annoying. So let's go and throw this on like yellow. Oh, he gets a free skull into another skull. That's match. There's no way of winning that now. No! I know. KrissTigger is pretty nice all by itself. Yes, the list is running lower resources, who is key. What is that? Let's see. Yes, this list I'm running lower resources, who is key. I'm not quite understand what that means to the link that you posted. Any idea how to build around a KrissTigger with early game troops, or is it not worth it? Building around a KrissTigger, you generally just cockatrice it, just as a disable. You can also cockatrice into Mercy, though Mercy is a little bit more expensive of a troop, actually quite a bit more expensive. But yeah, just using a cockatrice, it doesn't get the entangle off it, but really any of the mana drains, I guess. Any of the full mana drains that cost like 9 or 10 mana, any of those would work pretty good. Things like Spider Queen, which would also disable its magic, though it wouldn't disable its boost ratio though. But you can use Spider Queen, you can use Cockatrice. What other is a very cheap full mana drain? We could use some of the non-full mana drains, like maybe a Spirit Fox and stuff. But yeah, I'd just say mana drain spam would probably be your best bet for getting it down. Your team is Hero with a Purple Tome. Which Purple Tome? Most of the Purple Tomes are actually really bad. Moloch, KrissTigger, and Alchemist. I would say switch up the team slightly. Then again, I'm not quite sure what your situation is as far as their stats. But generally, you would want to have your Alchemist in front of your Moloch. I know that your Moloch has a pretty high attack relative to your other troops, so I guess it's fine as is for now. But generally, with mana generators, you try putting the color that they're feeding into behind them. So for example, with an Alchemist, if you're trying to feed a yellow to a troop, you would want to make sure you have an you would want to have a yellow troop further down the line towards the bottom, so that once your Alchemist dies, it wouldn't just be doing nothing. So for example, once your Moloch dies on your team, your Alchemist is now feeding yellow into nothing on your team, meaning you're just feeding the enemy a bunch of yellow. Generally, you always run the troop behind your team. It just works out a little bit better if you happen to lose. But of course, I don't know how big the attack difference is. It could be possible that your Moloch right now has like triple the attack of your Alchemist, in which case it's probably fine leaving it as is for now, but just keep that in mind in the future. Let's see. Well, we can't leave on a lose. We got to do at least one more battle. Thoughts on Shadow Dragon? It was the first troop I ever got in this game. I loved using it. In the current state of the game, Shadow Dragon is almost useless. Very situationally, it's used on all dragon teams to feed additional purple into Dragon Soul. It's used behind it. It has the magic link plus the other thing. The biggest problem with Shadow Dragon is his legendary trait has no synergy with what he actually does whatsoever. I really wish they would add or change Shadow Dragon's trait to basically deal like true damage to a random enemy. Maybe like 4 true damage to a random enemy or something. I'm not sure. Maybe 5. Not quite sure what would actually be balanced. But this needs to be true damage based. Whatever it does, it needs to be true damage based. He just doesn't gain any benefit from having this. Also, what could also work is give him the 3 times damage against... if Web Spinner ever starts becoming too ridiculous, they could give Shadow Dragon Web Spinner's trait, and then just give Web Spinner a completely different trait. Maybe like place a web on an enemy on 4 times or 5 times matches or something. I would be perfectly fine with that as well. Because I'm pretty sure Web Spinner may get nerfed in the future, who knows. It's always been pretty strong. Even though it's kind of gotten buffed in the past, which was kind of funny. Web Spinner has always been one of the strongest troops in the game. Mainly because it's always been ridiculously good at looping. And of course, now that since it got traits, it can loop and do skull spam. Plus it has the web whenever it does skulls, gets pretty good value out of everything. The only thing it really lacks is durability. It dies way too quick. But yeah, Shadow Dragon's pretty useless these days. It's really only used for Magic Link. That's about it in the context of a like all dragon team. It's sometimes also very rarely used with like Farish Ra and a couple other kind of teams that are really dependent on purple and the such. But yeah, let's go take out this team real quick. Let's see, what should we throw at it? Oh, I might as well just throw the standard. Nothing like the standard with a Shadow Hunter. Get the event troop out on it, why not? Yeah, no problem for the advice. If anyone else has any other questions, feel free to leave them now. Let's see. You are mainly just using your hero as a meat shield. Yeah, meat shield hero you tend to do a lot when you're first starting out because it's one of the most durable troops you actually have. Okay, we'll move that over. It does become quickly replaced though, because once you start getting like okay legends, you don't really need to use it anymore. Take the red extra turn right there. Oh, oops, I forgot, we're frozen. Queen Mab, what are you doing to us? I was just saying how this team doesn't really care about extra turns. Well, in a way it doesn't. As you saw right there, we end up getting an extra turn pretty easily off the Cascade because we're not depending on a certain color to be able to get our extra turns. We can get an extra turn off of absolutely anything. We're not dependent on any one factor for our extra turn. Like right there again, too. You can see, like, it's not like we're spawning, like, red or purple right now. We have control, and we're getting a lot of different colors on the board that might not necessarily be the one that we're actually frozen on. Which is why that is better against Queen Map, using exploders and stuff. But anyways, that will wrap it up for the stream. If you guys still have any other questions, feel free to leave it on any of the comment section. I mean, any of the comment section or in the videos. We'll be back again tomorrow night, as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just to do Guild Wars, mess around with stuff, and answer some questions. Next patch, hype. It's like 2 weeks or less away. So, yeah, it is very close. For all we know, it could be next week. So I really do need to make sure I get the best teams video out for the thing. I'll see if I can get it done tomorrow. If not tomorrow, probably Thursday. If not Thursday, probably Sunday. Definitely by Sunday. There's no way I'm not getting it done by Sunday. So yeah, we'll have the best teams video out soon for the version and see what we can do with that. And yeah, see y'all tomorrow night. Have a wonderful week and best of luck with everything. Goodbye.